In the midst of the raging desert heat, Kali could see the approaching army. Their formation was large in size and circular, almost moving like a swarm of locusts. They were systematic, as if each step was calculated in terms of advanced military strategies. For now, his spyglass was affording him a very limited degree of vision. He could see the soldiers holding shields and spears at the outer flanks of the formation, wearing heavy helmets and metal pads over their entire bodies. How will I do this? Thousands of plans raced in his mind to defeat his rival's retinue of soldiers. But he lowered his spyglass, handed it over to his general Coco, and made his way to the tent. He passed the dozens of bulls he had brought over from the north to aid in his battle. But he was yet to figure out how. The mahogany table inside the tent was placed in the center, with maps and figures crowding the top of it. The lamp overhead burnt brightly, giving him the much-needed light. He was kneeling close and studying the map intently when he heard the voice of his general. "They are here, my lord." Damn! Kali cursed under his breath. Has the Coco returned? Not yet, Coco answered placidly. Kali wasn't astonished that despite sending over Coco's sister out in the dangerous fields to study the enemy's methods and plans, Coco didn't show any signs of hesitance. They were bound by the blood oath to Kali, and whatever he commanded would be executed by them even if it meant risking their lives. The tent flaps opened, and he saw Vasuki, the blue-eyed tribal prince, with Kuvera, an obese man with a hairy mongoose wrapped around his neck, and Raktapa, with ferocious physical proportions and a bad set of teeth. "I am quite surprised you all entered together in my humble abode, given you don't have a civilized history together." Raktapa began. "Don't piss around with us, Kali. You promised us the government of Indragarh. We don't see that." Kuvera, meanwhile, walked over to the wine glasses near the fruit baskets, where he poured himself a drink. "I am certain our dear ally doesn't want to disappoint us, since his promises have been fulfilled thus far. But I am also certain that if we lose this, there might come a time when I think, why did my people and I aid you?" Kali grinned. "I don't lose." Vasuki had a blue robe matching his eyes. "Vedanta's army is reaching our base, and you people haven't even mounted their horses. I have told my men to depart instantly." "So, you have come here to bid me farewell? I'm sure you will miss a pretty sight if you leave early." "I'm not joking, man. They are coming, and we will all be dead." "Don't worry. We have an hour till they reach," Kali assured him. "An hour is not enough. We don't have enough men for Vedanta." Kali nodded. "Yes, but..." And that is when Vikoko entered, her golden hair surrounding her like a halo. She walked in with the heavy armor over her and whispered something in Kali's ears. "Chakravyuh." Vikoko nodded. Raktapa growled, "Tell us, man, what happened?" Kali studied the tribal heads for a moment. They were all distinguished, hated each other, and Kali was the one who had brought them together. He knelt down, and with a quill, he drew a diagram over the map. "So, according to my General Vikoko, Vedanta's army is in the Chakravyuh formation." "Chakravyuh?" Vasuki narrowed his eyes. Yes, a sort of concentric circle, a warfare technique. So, the Chakravyuh is a method employed to confuse the opponent and then attack them. How effective is it? Kuvera asked. We can lose. Oh, dear Lord! How is it possible? Vasuki cried. A Chakravyuh, he began to draw multiple lines inside the big circle that he had drawn earlier. Has several layers. The first layer is the visible one. The people with shields and spears, basically the infantry. Those soldiers are basically sacrificial. No one really gives a damn about them. The second layer is the mounted swordsmen, the cavalry. The third layer consists of the archers, and the fourth layer, he made the last swirl on the page with his inked quill, is where Vedanta is with his Senapati. So, to get to him, we need to break 3 layers of trained, ruthless and bloodthirsty soldiers? Kuvera's voice quivered at the end. Yes, but they are in a circle and they keep moving because if by chance you try to attack one side of the circle, he scribbled harshly on the page. The circle manages to move and others, the less injured ones, will attack you. A circle of hell indeed. Kuvera rolled his eyes. How did your general find that out? Being a